Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to tell you 3 of the most important factory-built home trends that I expect to see in 2022. If I had to describe 2021 in a single word, the first that comes to mind is chaotic. The year was spent reacting to the increased cost of building, the inability to get certain items, and the shortfall of production to try and keep things running as smooth as possible in a year with a lot of surprises. I really hope I don't regret saying this, but I think most of the surprises are behind us, which means even though we still have a lot of same issues floating around, the industry now has time to come up with solutions to get the train back on the rails. I think 2022 is going to be the year of manufactured modular and prefab homes because there is a massive housing shortage, and who's better equipped to handle the shortage than an industry that was able to ramp up to over 350,000 homes built in 1998? Nobody. That's who. What I'm going to do is tell you what trends I think we're going to see this year and why I'm so excited for 2022, so let's do it. The first trend I expect to see in 2022 is more variety. There are a lot of very smart and talented people from outside the industry moving to offsite construction because right now, housing is a big problem. I think it was Brad Lee that said, if you want an opportunity, find a problem. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. So that's why I think so many people are moving to offsite construction to try and solve one of the biggest problems that we have. To give you a few examples real quick, I talked to a guy who spent most of his career building multi-million-dollar site-built homes who started manufacturing tiny homes. A software engineer is the founder and CEO of Roombus, and finally, architects are bringing fresh ideas to the industry. I think the outside influence is going to lead to new ideas and designs that the industry has never seen before at every single price point. A perfect example of what I'm talking about is a company called Kodo, who was founded by designers and an architect who deliver beautifully crafted, architect-designed, energy-neutral homes and cabins. All of their buildings are produced to the highest standards and delivered complete directly to your site. One of the coolest designs they offer is called the Falcon House. It's an upside-down home created to maximize the views of the surrounding areas from the living spaces. You know what, there used to be a stereotype that anything built in a factory setting had a certain look, and I would just like to say anyone who still believes that must not have an internet connection because there are some unbelievable designs. Even the high output factories have the ability to build a variety of exterior looks, so it would be amazing if we could finally put that idea to bed. Thanks. The Falcon House has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and almost everything about this place is unique. The first floor has both bedrooms, both bathrooms, and the utility room, which would typically be on the 2nd floor. The upstairs has the living space, kitchen, and 2 terraces. Like I mentioned, this one was designed to take advantage of views, and what better way to do that than have the main living space at a higher vantage point. The Kodo studio is located in the UK, however they have worked with plant prefab in the past with the design of the living home too. So you have to wonder if we'll see more from the Kodo studio on this side of the pond after completion of the new plant prefab facility in California. This is just one example of what I mean by more variety. I think 2022 is going to have more options that we haven't seen before, from tiny all the way up to full-size homes. Variety and choices are great, but I think what a lot of people are more concerned about right now is affordability. The second trend I think we're going to see in 2022, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is lower prices. This goes against everything I'm currently seeing, and I'm not going to lie, we might look back at this in 365 days and say, wow, what a bonehead prediction. But if I made a video of 3 of the most obvious things to happen in 2022, wouldn't that be an enormous waste of everyone's time? So let me explain. As I previously mentioned, 2021 was pretty much just a giant reaction to all of the outside forces affecting the price of a factory-built home. The cost for factories to build new homes increased throughout the year, which led to an unheard of amount of price increases. However, the orders for new homes didn't slow down. Factories are currently booked well in advance, and steps are being taken to increase production because they now know what the problems are, and hopefully they'll get no more surprises. On a large scale, new factories are being built, and on a smaller scale within each existing factory, changes are being made to the systems and processes to be able to build more homes. One of the things I like best about this industry is its ability to adapt to current market conditions, and I really think factories have kept some of their powder dry when it comes to increasing both efficiency and production. There have been some minor changes occurring in factories that you've probably heard of by now. Stuff like limited or no customization of floor plans or fewer options available, but that's just the tip of the iceberg of where they can go with this. this. If we look back at the peak of production and manufactured homes shipped, in 1998, there were 370,000 manufactured homes shipped. Compare that with around 100,000 in 2021. The official numbers for November and December aren't out yet, and they don't really matter. What matters is the factories still have a few tricks up their sleeves that could lead to more affordable homes. One tactic that I know was utilized in the 90s was runs or batches of homes. From what I understand, a simple build that sells well would be identified by the factory, and they would contact every dealer to let them know they were doing a batch of that house. Every dealer would then let the factory know how many of that house they wanted, and a lower price tag was incentive to buy more than one. The catch was the dealer had no input whatsoever on what would be in the house. They knew what they were buying, but nothing could be changed. If the factory had 10 dealers and they each ordered 5 houses, they would build 50 identical homes back to back to back to back till you get the point. The reason it worked well was because efficiency increased from repetition, which meant more production. Factories could use decor they knew they had in stock, rose carpet in the 90s, and dealers and customers were happy to get a break on pricing. I haven't heard this strategy being brought back to life yet, but factories do have it in their back pocket, and I think it's something we could see towards the end of 2022 because the first half of the year is pretty much already booked up. This is just one option available that could potentially lead to lower prices, so nobody panic. Factories do still have more cards to play, and I think this year they'll have time to implement some of these solutions. The final trend I expect to see more of in 2022 is more options for placement of factory-built homes. One of the challenges in the past has been limited options on where you can actually place them. A very popular comment whenever I post a video about a type of home that viewers aren't used to seeing is,
"You can't put these things anywhere."
and that used to be somewhat accurate. However, in the last half of 2021, I noticed easing of restrictions that allows some of these newer dwellings in more areas. Oakland now allows manufactured homes on all city lots. They were previously banned. Then Nevada made changes for tiny homes as accessory dwelling units, primary residences, and tiny home parks, and I think those examples are just the beginning. The old idea that a home built off-site is inferior is gone, and people are finally seeing and understanding the benefits of the industry. Nobody has solved the affordable housing crisis, but people are realizing that building in a factory can at least put a dent in the problem because of the ability to adapt and scale, which is leading to wider acceptance of all homes built off-site. 2022 is going to be a great year for factory-built homes. Now that we know what the problems are and have time to figure out solutions, it's exciting to see what changes will be made. These are my predictions for what trends we'll see this year, and of all of them, I think affordability is the most important. I'll be watching to see if any of the factories are able to streamline their process enough to offset the factors continually pushing prices up, and we'll let you know if anyone does right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.